Good, Michael.
Good morning. This is Mike Bevilacqua with the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. We're here for another Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business Programs YouTube video series. We have a very special two guests today. We have Michelle and Bill from Fusion Academy in Andover. Welcome.
Hi, Michael. How are you? Thanks for having us. We are very, very excited to be here and be able to chat a little bit about what's going on here at Fusion.
Very
Hi,
good.
Mike. It's good to see you. We're like what Michelle said, we're happy to be here and always happy to see you.
Very good. Well, I appreciate you both taking the time out of your schedules to join us today. I'll ask you both first off, describe what Fusion Academy in Andover is for those who might not be familiar with it. I know it's a little bit different schooling than people are used to, but it's more face-to-face, which I think is great. So I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, thanks. So Fusion Academy is newer to Massachusetts, but has a history around the United States. We're actually at 60 campuses now, which is super exciting. And the thing that makes us special and unique is our whole model is one-to-one. So one teacher to one student in every classroom, which really, lets us dive deep into the curriculum, really promote positive relationships, and personalize everything we do to each kid. So that's what makes it special. We see kids that maybe, the setting they're in now is just not working, whether it be a social reason, an academic reason, an emotional reason. So we really, really get to know a lot about them, which is definitely my favorite part. I've been with Fusion for, 7 years now. And I always say, everyone's like, oh, how many kids do you have? I'm like, okay, let me think, about 200. And it's all the ones that I've had. Yeah, they're all my little babies, which is nice. So right now, though, in Andover, we're doing, as we work with the district to get our full school academy approval, we are doing a learning center, which is nice. It's working with kids in an after-school program, doing enrichment type things, test prep, college preparation. We have our homework cafe club, which Bill, I'll let him pop in. He's actually sitting in our homework cafe. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, thanks, Michelle. Yeah, I've been with Fusion for 7 years. Michelle and I actually worked at the same campus in New York before moving states and coming up to Andover to open our campus here. It's been a delight. The one-to-one model really gives us an opportunity, like Michelle said, to really get to know our students on a personal level. And then from there, we're able to really help them flourish in whatever way they want to, whether it's, I need a little bit of help with my homework, or whether I need, from the student's perspective, they need something bigger, broader than that. They want some arts enrichment, some music, are trying to determine kind of what life path they want to go on. And it's been a real joy to work for Fusion for the last 7 years or so. And a lot of our students are coming to us virtually now, but we're looking forward to having them on campus when we're able to reopen. I'm in the homework cafe right now. And our approach is, like I said, to get to know the students, to really make them feel comfortable, and then to work on the academic pieces with them. So it's been an absolute joy. And we're really happy to be here in Andover. We have a beautiful campus. We have, a student body that's just full of terrific kids. And we have a wonderful, lovely, and very helpful and knowledgeable staff of teachers, too. So it's a great place to work. It's a great place to come to every day. And I think our kids and our families really appreciate what we do for them.
Definitely. And Bill, what age are the students that can go to Fusion? What grades are they? What age are they? I know I heard going off to college. So for the people watching at home, what grades can take advantage of this?
Sure. Fusion's open to kids grades 6 through 12. Occasionally we'll work with students who are a little bit younger, but not all that often. Depends on the student. But then, some students are coming back to us after they graduate the kind of gap year programs and some kind of transition programs too, if they need a little bit of extra help here or there. Mostly, grades 6 through 12. So we're in middle school and high school.
Very good. And I'll ask you both this. Obviously with the coronavirus, the shutdowns happening, you can't be, with each other right now. But Fusion, I thought, did a great thing. You guys, first off, right now, tell us about what's happening right now. How the students can still be involved. And I want to ask you both also to tell us what's going to go on in summer of 2020. What are you doing? I know there's a great. I know people usually go to summer camps, but you're changing up a little bit, correct?
Yeah. So I love that question because it's so interesting. The beauty of the one-to-one model. I remember getting the call on Friday, like, hey, you're not going to be on campus. What does that look like? And I pictured myself being like, all right, we got to do this, this, and this, and this. But the cool thing about Fusion is we have a whole virtual aspect to it because of kids who are maybe, hospitalized for a certain amount of time or traveling because they're an athlete or, whatever their story is. So that Friday we got the news, and then that Monday we were doing exactly what we're doing right now. So our one-to-one classes virtually are beautiful. It's not kids alone, trying to navigate their Google Classroom or their Aspen or whatever learning management system they're using. It's, or Bill or other wonderful teachers, Lisa, Joe, sitting in class just like this, going through the 50-minute period, whether it's a life skills class or, academic support. So it's been a fun time to Fusion. The thing I love about it is we're constantly growing and changing, and we had this opportunity to take the thing that we're good at and do it even better, which is nice. Yep. So it's I was worried. I won't lie. I was worried that not seeing my kids in real life and hearing them, and it's like the fear of the unknown. I think everyone had that question, but it's fun having the kids in my apartment with me via virtual, and I'm meeting the parents and the dogs and grandma and grandpa. So it's nice that I think this has almost brought us together, this virtual one-on-one.
I think so.
We get to hear, I think I know their whole story, and you picture all these things. It's like when you read a book and you picture the characters and then you try to place it all together. And now I feel like I'm watching the movie version of the book that I picture. So I'm seeing it live, which helps me, get a better understanding of them, which is nice. So that's been a great part. And another opportunity, like I said, Fusion likes to really dive in and explore new things, and our ed team is great at coming up with new programming. So this summer we've heard of a lot of families saying, oh my gosh, my summer camp is canceled. What do I do this summer? My kid's probably going to be inside. I still want them to be engaged and excited. So our team, our corporate team did a great job of creating small group virtual summer camps, which I'm super excited about. They have our top teachers from campuses across the United States teaching 4 main cohorts right now. So there is one that explores college, post-secondary options and helps kids go through that process. We have a digital arts and media. So all the aspiring artists out there who, really want to dive deeper into next step passions of theirs, their social entrepreneurship. And a few different options. The big one that I think is going to be a hit is the gaming, where it's kids can learn how to program and design. So that's still stuff I should probably
go to that one as well.
What'd you say?
Can I go to that one as well?
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm like, shoot, this is one that I need to maybe sign up for, because that's a language it's like learning another language to me. So that's great. We're offering those July and August for a great price, because we wanted to make sure kids are still engaged, excited, create a sense of routine, connectedness, and the small groups I think will be a nice for those kids who are social aspect, a nice way to kind of bring them together and have them collaborate. It could be a kid in California with a kid in New York, with a kid in Texas, with a kid in Massachusetts. So it's going to be great to check out.
That sounds great. Now I know in your physical locations in Dundee Park and Andover, for those who don't know, but how do people take advantage of this virtual summer camp?
Yeah. So what they do is they can either meet with Bill or myself, and I'm sure I'll share my information at the end of this virtually. And what I've been trying to do is, funny, when you said, let's do this interview, I said to Bill, I called him right away, I'm like, we have to be on campus. Like, we have to show, even though we're not working on campus right now, everything's virtual. I always say, Fusion, to understand Fusion, you have to see it. So I'm sitting in the science lab. I was like, okay, how can I bring it to life? Bill's in, one of our social areas. And it was, how do I paint this picture for families to kind of see the Fusion culture and vibe and bring it to life? So we put together this day in the life, and we go through student testimonials and a virtual tour that we did, and they'll meet with Bill personally, almost like it's a pre-orientation, and then the teachers do a whole student inventory. So it's nice that we pivoted to the in-person thing. We're trying to do as best we can, which I think team, they blow me away every day about the way they just tackle things and don't even skip a beat. So bring it to life with I'm a very visual person for sure. So the PowerPoints, the videos, the interviews, connecting past parents with present and future parents. So it's been fun to be creative.
That's great. I'll ask Bill this also. I know you're sitting in a special room at Fusion. I remember when I went when the chamber went there for one of our networking breakfasts. We had I saw a big music room. I saw activity room. Tell us about what the actual location in Andover is.
Sure. So we're in Dundee Park, and I'm sitting in the homework cafe where students can kind of congregate and hang out and also do their work. It's really comfortably furnished. We have comfy seating for the kids and plenty of refreshments, drinks, and snacks on hand. Keep them fed and happy. And then, on campus, we have a couple of these social areas, and we also have a full-on state-of-the-art, everything you could ever possibly need to record an album or score a film, music studio that the kids can jump in and experiment with. I've been really lucky to be able to learn how to use Ableton this year, so I'm able to kind of teach the kids that if they're interested. There's a rehearsal space with some drums, guitars, basses, amps, the whole 9 yards in it as well. We have a tremendous art studio on campus that kids can dabble with painting and drawing or sculpture. We have a computer, Illustrator, and Photoshop if they want to get into that. And Michelle's in the science lab, so we can do almost any kind of experiment in there. We recently had some students on campus, and I'm talking months ago, but had students on campus actually doing shark dissections, for fun. Learn a little bit about the science of anatomy. So I'd say we're really, really well equipped to give kids the hands-on experience in the arts, and also give them opportunities to broaden themselves in terms of arts and music too, which has always been a passion of mine, and I love sharing that with the kids.
No, it's great. I mean, it really shows there's something for everybody, and there's new activities to get you engaged, and you might find something that you love that you might not even known that it existed. So it's pretty cool that you're able to put those in the kids' hands and help them learn that way. I'll ask this to both of you. Either we might want to answer this, but you guys have been members of the Merrimack Valley Chamber since you opened. We were there for the ribbon cutting. How has being a member assisted your business?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a real pleasure before we kicked off the official interview. I was going back and forth about how great you guys have been, but being a transplant, Bill and I are both newer to the Massachusetts area, and I am a very social person, and I like to talk to everyone and get to know everyone. So coming to a new area was a little intimidating, is it going to be the same welcoming group and a community that welcomes us, especially, being a newer school in the area. So I'll say I've been to all different types of things, whether it's a speaker, a chamber event, a mixer, a virtual thing, this as an opportunity. And every time I leave one of these things, it blows my mind how much you guys promote community and true connections, genuinely want to learn about us, which is really nice. A lot of times it's like, oh, okay, nice. Yeah, on to the next thing. But the thing I like about, the chamber is you genuinely care and really want to ask questions and learn. This is a perfect example of this interview right now. When you messaged me this, I was like, oh, yeah, this is so exciting. So I think the thing that's helped us is welcoming us as newbies on the block and helping us share our word and what Fusion does and be excited for this new alternative in Andover and the Merrimack Valley and the North Shore. So I think it'll really take off if we have folks like you helping, share the goodness that's happening in these walls, virtually as well.
Yeah, I would echo that. It's been really great to be part of a community. As Michelle, you said it pretty well. We're definitely transplants, and while we're not new to the field of education, we're certainly new to the state. So it's always lovely to meet new people, to hear what cool business ideas they're kicking around and what other people are doing. And it's awesome to have a community to be able to tell people about the amazing work that we do too. I'm always really proud of our student outcomes and what we're able to do on campus with some of these families. So it's great to have a network of support to kind of lean on. So thank you so much for having us.
I appreciate it. It's always great to see businesses like yours and Fusion grow, and the steps that you've been taking It's been amazing. So thank you all for being members. As we close out the interview, I want to ask you both a question. I wanted to ask you both, if you're a parent watching this, why should you why would you be interested in getting a child? I know you said a bunch of it, but what's your last message about why they should get their child involved in Fusion? If you're the child watching it, why would you be interested in connecting with Fusion? And any last thoughts, anything you'd like to add to close out as well?
Yeah, I love that question. Right now we are doing the Learning Center side of things as Fusion Learning Center, but I'm very excited to share that we submitted our application to become a full-time academy. So the thing that is so great about that is when we can have a student come here full-time, whether it's part-time or full-time, we can get them excited to learn again. So the thing that I love about Fusion is it gives families a sense of hope, whether it's catching their student up with something or accelerating them to this next level that they never pictured. It really, we become, mentors to them, and they're cheerleaders. And when you meet a kid right where they are and respect them and understand them and, put a little love in the classroom, magic happens. So it's been so wonderful for me when I first started at Fusion to see, kids that maybe walk in unsure about this one-on-one, like, oh my gosh, do I have to pay attention the whole time? It's just me and the teacher in a classroom. And then, they're walking across the stage at graduation, hugging that teacher, maybe a few tears, happy, sad. I don't know if they're always happy or sad they're leaving us, but a sense of accomplishment and, that hope, like I said, and that wanting to do more and do good and be a better person, and their resilience and all the critical thinking skills and resourcefulness that they gather here at Fusion. Truly, I always say, this to the parents after I end a class or a year with them, I'm like, I think they taught me more than I taught them, but that's the beauty of Fusion. And that's the thing I love the most, is that every day it's something new and exciting, and it's a we all just come together, and there's kindness and you could say. So I'll let Bill go.
I would echo almost everything you said. I think our campus culture is the strongest thing that we do. Yes, we're teachers. Yes, we operate a school, but I think our why is so much bigger than that. Our program is structured in a way that, from the student's perspective, the entire course of study, their entire day is built around what makes them tick in the best way. So imagine, as a student, your day is, the classes that you want to take, taught by teachers that you love and that are interested in meeting you where you are, building that relationship first, figuring out what motivates you, and kind of going.
Oh, definitely that. And the one thing I can see.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry, you froze for a second. We finished?
Oh, I was going to say that the day is basically as you structure it. From students' perspective, they get what they need when they need it, from their teachers who genuinely care about them, and it's great to watch the kids develop. And as a career educator, it's been awesome for me to really individualize the instruction that I do, and help our teachers to kind of do the same thing with the students that we serve. And I mean, the outcomes are tremendous. Michelle mentioned graduation, and there's always lots of tears and laughter and joy, because of the really transformative nature of the program. Kids come to Fusion and learn that the learning process can be a lot of fun, and really enjoyable and engaging for them when their teachers are able to make it that way, so that they feel comfortable in the classroom, they feel comfortable with us, and we build a community for them that is accepting, nurturing, and really supportive in every way we can think of.
Now, the great thing, the thing I've seen, throughout this whole interview is that you both really care. It's not like these, the students just coming in, they're a number. Let's get them in, let's get them graduated and move on to the next one. As you both mentioned, they aren't just students, they are members of your family. You want to learn all about them. You want to, see their animals, their friends, their family. You want to grow with them. And I think that, that is how that you become mentors, and also, family of their own. And they know there's people they can go to. There's no other people who can count on. And, coming from the top, that trickles down the whole way. So I want to thank you both for joining us today and for the great service that you offer right here in the Merrimack Valley. Just tell them, if they're interested, how can they connect with you? Can they connect through social media? What's your website? What's your phone number? And we'll close with that.
Yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot, hearing that from you. Again, this little new campus that we opened is our baby. So it's nice to hear that. So thank you. I would say fusionacademy.com. It has the resources to our local Massachusetts schools, which is Burlington, Newton, Hingham's on the way, and Andover. We're doing the learning center aspect. Fusion Andover, Fusion_Andover is our Instagram, which if anyone needs a good chuckle, I'm sometimes seen doing ridiculous, funny, educational things on the Instagram, as well as Bill and our other teachers. And then my email address is my first initial of my name, Michelle M. Houlihan, HOULIHAN @fusionacademy.com. So feel free to email, call 914-316-4544 or search our website. And yeah, we are here to help and answer any questions and soak up the wonderful community that we're in.
Perfect. Well, Michelle and Bill, I appreciate you both joining us today for another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business YouTube series. We look forward to seeing you soon and hopefully in person as well. And if there's anything we can do for you, let us know. But thank you again for joining us. Thank you for the great work you do, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, thank you.
It's so good to see you.
Seeing you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.